Hello everyone. Today we are going to show a very basic simple Nextjs example, that is how to fetch data from server and static properties. Basically I would like to focus two things, that is server side rendering and static side rendering. So first of all, this project is a very simple next project example, and this is the output, and this is a very simple web page, and this data is coming from websites, I mean a public data source, and we have 4 links which is called home, welcome, fetching, example. That's the fetchings from server, and another is also the same thing, but these are fetching from the static site. So let's see how we can make this simple sites. If you click, this is called static site, this is called server site. So if I click static site, there is a link, but it will show the static data, and these are the data. And if I click the server side, like it will from the server it will show the same data. So let's start. Well, these are the project code, and this is component folders, config folders, not modules. All libraries installed on this folder. Pages, there are 1 2 3 4 folders and files. This it is my welcome page, simple a construct function, simple a function welcome. It says hello or welcome. This is the output of this page. If I click this welcome, so if I click welcome moon, it will show the same thing. If I click reload, it will show welcome moon. So this API folder, so if I click API, it shows another folder. This is the first folder. If I click here, we can see the third bracket id.js JavaScript file. It is basically when you click any link, it will go to the particular link. For example, this is the function handler. It takes id as input and it responds. Let's see how it responds. Data comes from the data.json. This is the some data over here. So from this data, it's filtered by using its id, that is a conversion of integer id, and once its length 0 greater than, then it sends response status with 200 and convert into JSON file. So it's very simple for id. This is data, and index, this is just get the request and response. This is another file for hello.js file, and this is another folder for index. This is the function, this is for server side props. So this method is very simple. This function is asynchronous function, is context from the, if you click the on a data, it will take the id and fetch the particular id and convert into JSON, and finally got the data. So this is server side example. When we click here, it will show this data. So once you click server side, that means you see 1. When you click here, it shows here 1. This is 2. So once you click here, then it's go the particular id. That means Once you click here, that is, you will go the URL and get the clickable ID. When we click any particular card, it takes the ID and fetch the particular data and shows this data, and print the data.name and image, and this is the server side. Similarly, when we click our static folder, static index.js, this is static example, static props. So get static props, so export constant get strip props is a sync function, same things, no, there is no difference, you see, same things. It gets the IB and returns the data and print the data.name, data image, and so on. So basically, get static props and get server side props, what is the difference between them? Let's go for Google. If we click here, what is the difference between static and static server props and static so the Google says that when should I use static props? So when your data, when the page is available at build time ahead of a user's request, that means user, before requesting a page, if the data is available at build time, what does that mean? That means, for example, here this is the next build the cache, so all static file over here are available, images, everything. So when if you command like build, like this one, if you command like not run that build, so it will create bul build, it will create data, so it will produce, creating an optimized production build. So basically this folder is generating static pages, it's generating, already it's generated, you see these are generated for first load. So this folder has been created when you build ID, you see the build, all have been built at the before requesting a page. So basically when we use this one, like server side, and when you this will work, this will fetch data, we will use when we have static pages are available, so get static properties. So this is the difference actually between them, and this will work server side when it fetching data from the server at every new request. For example, a particular user will show some data based on this user data, then we'll use this get server side props. So this code will be this code is very simple, and Nextjs has lots of functionalities like styles folder, and here two CSS file, one is called global CSS, all global CSS are imported here, like font, body, and anchor, content, nav, or footer, so all are global.cs. This is for home folder, title, text, button, how it will look like, character CSS. So these are some CSS. So basically this is very very simple example to understand this site. So why the site is not running? Because I didn't start it, didn't start this page. Now it will work, I think. So you see the page is running. So this page is running actually, all that is running. So I think it will help you to know how to use fetch data using Nextjs, So I'm going to upload this data to my GitHub, and you'll obviously get this code uh, to learn. So I'm going to create a repository name like Nextjs simple data fetch. So these are available. So if I click create repository, is giving me a new remote address. So let's see um, how I can start this. So first of all, I will create git init, then git add, I think git add all, then git commit -m. This is Nextjs data fetch example. This is just a message. So then, so if I click commit, it file change. Then I paste here as a remote already exist. So now I'll create a branch. So it's a create branch -m main. So this create is a branch, and this is for uploading. So if I click here, let's see what happened. I think it will upload all the data to my Git repository, and which is called origin main. So because we have created a branch named main, for some error it's not uploading, but it will upload. So I think this is very nice and easy example. We'll see the next example soon. Bye bye.